Sometimes we have old images, photographs, illustrations. They're kind of blurry, they're not great, and we need to upscale them and increase the fidelity of the image. In this video, I'm going to walk through a free tool called Upscayl. Now look, if you're intimidated by downloading apps and installing them and figuring out how they work, then this is the video for you. I'm going to take it step by step, nice and slow. This is a video designed for complete beginners. Let's jump in and upscale images and make them look better. All right, let's start at the beginning. Let's download and install Upscayl. So I've gone to upscayl.org. This is completely free, by the way. There's no affiliate links or anything in this video. You just need to download this thing and then install it. So on this main page, and I'll put the link in the video description below, there's a download button right over here on the right-hand side. So you're going to click on download. And then from here, you're going to get a few different options. There's a Linux option, a Mac option, and a Windows option. Now in this video, I'm on a Windows PC, personal computer, so I'm going to be downloading the Windows option. So I'm going to click this Windows button 2.11.5. Okay, a window's going to pop open on your computer. It's going to ask you, where do you want to save this exe file? An exe file is just an executable file. I'm going to hit the save button, and you're going to need to remember where you saved this. So sometimes it goes to your downloads folder, or sometimes you can pick a specific drive. And either way, though, you want to remember where you've saved this. So you're going to click Save. That'll download this exe file onto your computer. All right, once the download's completed, you're going to go into your folder. In this case, I've saved it to C, and then I created a folder called Upscayl. Now I've already installed this, but when you double click it, you're going to get this little Windows that pops up. Do you want to allow this app to make changes? You're going to click Yes, and then that's going to install Upscayl Windows version onto your computer. Once Upscayl is installed onto your computer, you're going to look on your desktop for an icon. It should look just like this, little blue icon that says Upscayl. You're going to double click it, and you're going to see this window open up. This is the actual Upscayl app. So you're not online in the sense that you're on a website. You're using an app now that's on your computer. I'm going to maximize this screen, and let's take a look now at the Upscayl interface. Okay, it's a pretty basic menu here on Upscayl. On the left-hand side, you're going to see a menu, and you can collapse this menu with this little button right here, left arrow. So now you're just left with a screen, and then you can click the right arrow, and that brings your menu back. There's a little wrench icon over on the right-hand side. That's your settings. You can reset the image, and you can also zoom in on the image, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. Click on the little wrench, and that'll minimize that menu as well. Okay, so over here on the left-hand side, the first thing we're going to do is select an image. So I'm going to select an illustration. I'm going to click on Select Image, and I've uploaded an old vintage poster of a movie that stars Harry Houdini, the Great Illusionist. Now, step 2 is to select my model, and I've got a bunch of different options here. It defaulted to digital art. I'm going to leave it at digital art, but you can try these other models that it's running through. These are just machines when it's upscaling the design. I'm going to leave it as digital art for now. There's this image upscale now sitting over here. I typically leave it on 4, and the reason for that is that anything above 4 doesn't actually use the AI tool to re-render the image. It just makes it a larger image. So I'm going to click on Settings here at the top, and I'll show you what that means. So we can see here at the top under Settings, the Save Image As is sitting here at the bottom. You can save it as a PNG or a JPEG or a WebP. I'm going to leave it at JPEG. You can see right here at the bottom, image scale 4 times. Anything above 4 times only resizes the image and does not use AI upscaling. So I'm going to leave my upscale at 4 times so that it takes advantage of the AI upscaling. Now I'm going to select my output folder, and then it's going to give me my dimensions before and my dimensions after. So these are pixels. So 681 by 1023 is going to be upscaled 4 times now to 2724 by 4092. I'll simply click this purple upscale button, and we can see now it's starting to work the upscale magic. It's going to take under a minute here for this to process. It's pretty quick. Now, of course, the upscaling time depends on the size of your original image. So if you're upscaling a really large image to begin with, it could take a bit longer. Okay, and it says upscale successful, and now we can see, this is really cool. There's a slider here, so I can see the old image and then the new image. So you can select anything here to take a look at in more detail. Let's take a look here at Harry Houdini's face. You'll see it's a little bit fuzzy, and then when I move the slider over, it actually cleans it up quite a bit. Now here's where I'm going to click on the wrench icon over on the right-hand side. I'm going to zoom in now, and we can see in more detail how that looks. That's a much cleaner face for Harry Houdini than it was before. Isn't that cool? So the slider is really showing us the before and the after. It's pretty much rendering it. It looks like a vector, and then it runs it through. You can see also the policeman in the back. The face has been cleaned up significantly. So it's using AI to truly re-render the image. It's gotten rid of a lot of the little pock marks on people's clothing as well. Now when I hover over the image, you might see it's zooming in still. So I'm going to click on the wrench, and I'm going to remove the zoom amount. I'm going to put it back to 100, and then that will make my slider not zoom when I hover over it. Okay, now this has already been saved. I don't need to save it. You might be wondering, what do? Do I right click? Where's the save button? There is no save button because remember, I already set the output folder so it rendered the image in real time and stuck it on my hard drive. So we can see here inside of Windows Explorer, here's the original image. It was 681 by 1023, and we can see the new image. This is 2724 by 4092. I could also just simply double click on the images, and that would open it up inside of a Windows editor or a Windows photo app. We can see here, this is the original image, and then moving along, I can see this is now the upscaled image. All right, let's try this again with a photograph. So instead of closing out the entire app and then reopening it, what you can do here is just simply select a new image over on the left-hand side. So even though this is open and you've got a screen here that shows you your before and your after, this is just showing you what's been downloaded most recently. So over on the left, I'm going to go to step 1 again, and I'm going to select an image. This now gives me this screen. It says select an image to display, and I'm now uploading an old-timey photograph of New York City. And it's a little bit fuzzy, a little bit blurry. Let's see what we can do with an old photograph like this. Now I'm going to select for the model, instead of digital art, I'm going to select general photo. And there's a few different general photos, so you would have to select what you would like here, like try it out, because every photo is going to be different. I'm going to try this ultra sharp general photo for my model. My image upscale will be 4 times. My output folder will be the same. And now I'll see the original is from 962 to 645, and that goes up to over 3800 to over 2500. I'll click Upscale. Okay, so this one's taking a little bit longer to run, and this will probably take about 2 minutes to run to completion. I've run this a number of times, and the longest I've ever run it was about 2 hours, because you can upscale repetitively. So you could take the upscaled image and then run it through a second time and a third time. So you're exponentially increasing the resolution and the size of the image. Okay, my image has been upscaled. Let's take a look at the results here. So here's my original fuzzy photograph, and I'm going to move this slider now to the left, and we can see how the AI has completely and stunningly changed the resolution of this photo. Look at some of the people in the background, the difference between the fuzzy people and the clear people. Look at the sign on the right-hand side. Restaurant and cafe is fuzzy. After the upscale, it's been restored. This is truly remarkable, the amount of upscaling that this thing can do. Upscale is truly phenomenal. For a free app, I'm so impressed at how this works. Now there's an option here where you can double upscale. So here I've got my original image. That's 962 times 645. And if I click double upscale, that's actually going to run through this twice. So it'll upscale it 4 times, and then it will upscale it 4 times again. So that's 16 times it will upscale, and that's going to go from 962 to over 15,000 and 645 to over 10,000. So just be aware, if you click this double upscale and you click it, it's going to run significantly longer. So you may just want to try the regular upscale first to give it a shot, and if you really like it, then you can click the double upscale and see how big and how detailed you can make some of these images. If you've got any questions about Upscail, let me know in the comments below. Here's another video that you'll find helpful in the world of graphic design. Thanks a lot for watching.